YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in the legendary West Rome campaign. Right where we left off last time, about to end a turn here. I think we've spent most of our money where it will be useful. Yeah, I can't recruit any other kind of agents yet. These agents were supposed to have orders. Yeah, they're going to move back up to Liguria.
As you command.
What is that little trade
I go.
thing that's popping up there? Looks like resources. Let's bring this guy down to Attila. So we can spread the anti-corruption bonus that we get from those guys in our most wealthy provinces. So that's my goal. Our fleet defeated the Abdonians. We don't have any more incoming fleets at the moment. We are in pretty good shape over here. Look at this, the Maurians just wandering around in Swaby lands. I have no idea what these guys are up to, but hopefully the Swabians are about to finish off Gaul. And I'm thinking about myself taking Burdigala and Eleusia. I mean, or whatever that, Elusa. Yeah. These wouldn't be a bad province to own. I mean, it's fairly rich. We could upkeep it with food fairly easy. The Swabians took the gold mine that's up here, but yeah, I don't know. May not be a bad... I think we could make a little bit of money off of it at least. It would be worth a shot. Okay. Do believe that we just need to end the turn at this point. Let's see what our... Research-wise, we're 3 away from getting the cattle pin. That's not going to do a whole lot, but it does give us overall a boost from agricultural buildings. Eventually we'll get this, which allows us to upgrade towns. And then we'll get to here where we get just a faction-wide +2 public order bonus, which is going to be pretty big. And it gives us a +1 to the state religion everywhere too, which helps public order in the end as well. So if we take a look at... Let's take a look at religion. Faction ownership. Somewhere over here. Yep. We have Greco-Roman paganism is this darker red here. It's taking time for it to settle in, because obviously we are kind of split with Latin Christianity right now. So yes, it is going to settle in over time. I mean, if you look at the breakdown, Latin Christianity, Roman paganism's the largest in most of these areas. Not all of them, but it should be growing. Woo, Latin Christianity was strong down here in Carthage. We got a long ways to go. Paganism's a little stronger over here, so yeah, we'll eventually get there. But like I said, let's go ahead and end this turn. Got a skill for our Emperor. Let's kind of see what we want to unlock for him next. Charge bonuses, growth 5, authority. I mean, that would be kind of nice to have, but we have to come all the way down through here. One of those is naval. That's not going to help. Battle movement speed. +3 morale. Units recruited. +3 for commanded force. Recruitment. Food. Not really worried about food. Construction cost in a governed province. May not be a bad thing. Governs in Italia, so it's not going to be super useful. But, I mean, let's just kind of keep unlocking the different things for him. We can get another provincial governor as well. And I think I'm going to put it out there in this Insulae Occidentalis or whatever. Let's see. This governor... We can give extra public order. That's certainly not going to hurt. And the extra authority is not going to hurt either for a governor. We can assign a provincial governor. And this I do want to do. I'm thinking... Let's go in here. Like I said, I think we're going to put it here. So let's see. Who can be the governor? None of those guys can, apparently, because they're all generals and admirals and stuff like that. Merchant. +10 from commercial buildings. I don't know that we have a lot of commercial buildings. Fearless warrior, logistics expert. None of that's going to help. I mean, we might as well just take this guy. Put him in out there. So we can now do an edict here. We can still do bread and games, which that helps. Actually helps quite a bit. That one gives us an extra +4 to paganism. Let's check out the religious. It's Greco-paganism already rising quite steadily here, though. So let's just do the bread and circuses. That'll be the biggest help on the short run. We can switch it over as needed. Whew, even though it's just barely positive, it's positive. This province, though, is struggling hardcore. We need a forum. We just don't have enough money to build it on this turn. So let's get to the next turn. Start building up the big amphitheater or whatever it is there. We can finally stabilize the public order in that province. We need like a huge bonus. And if we can get some priest out, we can go try and stabilize it as well. Which we are within a couple of turns of being able to recruit our priest. And within probably 5 or so turns of being able to get champions. So getting close to having the agents out that we should have had out a long time ago.
Your armies would surely find
3,000 to join your war against Iran, which is like way out here. It's just one of the Sassanid puppet states. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I want the 3,000. Just keep paying good. I'll eventually just make peace with them. Or fight them, one way or the other, I guess. Kind of thinking about whether or not I should kill the Gaetulians and take their lands. They're not very good in terms of food, but they could be helpful in terms of income. So, call to arms. The Gassanids are attacking the East Romans. Okay, whatever. I'm going to keep entering the war with my allies for the time being. Macedonian, man. They are the biggest nuisance faction. Those guys came on shore. We need to get our army down there from Ravenna, but I mean, we'll have the garrison forces. They help a lot. We can auto-resolve victory this. Let's just run a balanced auto-resolve here. Yeah, should win that. This province is just held on and held on and held on. It's hilarious. The separatists just can't seem to beat me there. It's not important to me. Yes, the Ostrogoths are dead. Thank you. It's just one more faction that's not on the map trying to kill me, which is extraordinarily helpful. These guys have fortified. Yeah, they're going to run off anyway. It's going to try and save every time. Let's just row across here. Go ahead and garrison so we get the extra public order boost. And then we're going to wipe out what's left of these Abdonians. We kind of need to optimize this army. It's not very good. Kill the captives. So the Abdonians have been thoroughly defeated in Iberia, and our income is actually looking pretty good right now too. It's gone up quite a bit recently. The Picts are right down here. I can't say I like them just standing around next to my land. I'm going to be ready to head back over there and wipe those guys out. Thinking about recruiting a little bit more navy here. These ramming ships, I mean, they are just absolutely brutal versus other ships. We can get these artillery crews. And then this ship, or group of ships. Let's just swing it back around down here. Let's go off Rohard because we can't stop them from landing already. Let's just swing over here just to make sure we don't get more of these transport fleets. Because that's my biggest concern at the moment. Let's take these guys off of forced march, which prevented me from recruiting troops last time. Oh, we can get our own Ballistari here. They're only 149 as opposed to the 185 here, so we need Armageri. We need Ballistari. We can recruit 5 units per turn, so that's good. Let's see. Cavalry, we are covered. This army is all filled out. Again, thinking about attacking these Marcomanns and just pushing them out of my land. I'm sick of them sitting there. Bunch of campers, pampers. Think let's disband the Sagittari units and pick up Ballistari. More expensive, but much more damaging in potential. And I don't know if we need this many of these skirmishers, but my gosh, man, those guys can dish out some damage. I'd really rather have the cavalry, so we need to use another army to bring this stack some cavalry. Let's see, Narbonnesus. Why is everything so upset here? Like, that doesn't make the least bit of sense. It's irritating. Let's Just keep rolling some upgrades there, I guess. 2 turns there. We are close to the marble. 1 turn till we have the marble. We're finally pulling some nice public order in this province. Let's go ahead and move up here and get ready to try and whack the Macedonians here. I can't afford any more
Ready for orders.
troops here, really.
To victory!
These guys are fortified. That's why it's giving them good chances. I'm going to pull back, and I'll just recruit more troops until the auto-resolve favors me. And then I'll just disband the extra troops that I don't need. There we go. So we'll just tilt the auto-resolve in our favor. A couple of enemy spies over there. That's not good. I don't want them going after my agents, but at the same time, like, I can't really...
Is there nothing else? At your service.
Deploy this turn, so I can't deploy these spies yet. It's unfortunate.
I cannot do this.
I guess that I have to have some... Yeah, we have to unlock their first skill, which means that we probably almost ought to just go ahead and throw them at the enemy agents to try and get some... Try and get some experience. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to deploy and investigate corruption. Wow, we succeeded. That's great. Didn't expect that. Ooh, minus 10% corruption. That is fan-freaking-tastic. We're going to do that for sure. Okay, so the spies are starting to come in handy. Got a recruitment going over here. We'll be able to challenge that army soon. Should I attack the Marcomanns with this army? Should I attack the Marcomanns? A little concerned that I don't have any long-range skirmishers, but I mean, I have a ton of those javelin men. Actually, if I run the javelin men on the flanks, leave the Armigeri in the center to take the enemy infantry and shield wall, I would think we could do some pretty serious damage.
Ready for orders.
They have a lot of axes. Their spears are crap. They don't have a ton of cavalry, and that could work to my favor. Is there... I don't see any attrition up in here. Let's go attack these Marcomanns. These guys have been standing in my lands for far too long, and if I can beat them, I want to move forward and raise their town and see if we can get them to take peace. And that should buy me a slight buffer here as well. So let's actually fight this one, not auto-resolve. Do. Okie dokie. Dry conditions. Let's go ahead and fight. They built a fort? I didn't know they were fortified. That sucks. That means they get archer towers. That is a problem. That is a problem. Did not want that, but I think we can use these javelins to pretty decent effect. Crap, I didn't realize these guys were fortified. That is unfortunate. Are these guys Raider Cav? Like, do they have good capture power? No. Nope. I do have the one Scout Equite, though, that does have good capture power. Let's take the one Equite unit, and let's deploy these guys back here. We'll use these cavalry just to support my infantry. I didn't mean to come fight a fortified battle. This is not what I want, really. Let's take all this infantry. Let's go ahead and move up to the range, the edge of the range of their towers. So Marcomanns have just been up here in a little fort this whole time, huh?
The enemy draws near.
I'd like to unload as many of my javelins into enemy troops as we can.
Gouge and cut and slice everything you see, man.
because these javelins are going to do all their damage there. And I'd kind of like the towers to focus on my spearmen first, because they're going to be of the least value to me in this battle. My Armigeri are going to have to be used in shield wall to be effective. The Marcomann infantry is decent in the form of the axes, though my guys will have more health and be able to tank more damage. So I mean, my like I said, just in general, my units will be a little more tanky. Okay, so basically I want the towers to shoot at these guys first. So I need to move these guys all the way up to here and then throw them into a testudo. I wish they had a mobile testudo. They do not. Okay, my spearmen ought to draw the attention of the towers. Nope, the towers are firing straight at my skirmishers. That's not what I want. Just leave my cavalry right on the edge of their towers. I'm going to come clear up to here, because I want to get these javelins in nice and close. Lay down a pretty heavy barrage. Let's keep my general spread thin. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there. So there we go. Go into testudo to protect yourself from missiles. And just fire at will. Javelin men, fire at will. Start to clean up some of these troops. Even just cheap enemy spears are dangerous in this game mode. So obviously I want to damage them up as much as possible. Fire at anyone. So here comes more jab volleys. I want to get as many of these javelins off as I can before the battle begins, because it's just... Matiarii. Take out the pikes. We are wrecking a pretty good amount of enemy infantry here. The pikes are ruined. We are taking heavy damage from the enemy towers. Let's go ahead and start moving up and prepare to engage some infantry. We've got to take out this last pike unit up in here, though, so I'm going to target it. Should get a few of those axemen while we're at it. But yeah, if we can take out the pikemen. Please take out the pikemen. Take out the pikes. Let's go shield wall on all these units. Shield wall. Shield wall. Let's start moving forward. Ooh, we're going to take a lot of damage from those javelins. Okay, javelins hit those axemen. Oh, we're taking so much skirmish fire. It's brutal. But we're going to dish some huge damage there. So that my Matiarii have gotten a ton of kills. Just completely wrecked another axe unit. We are taking damage pretty quickly, though, on our infantry. Let's move these guys up. Okay, we need to get inside the enemy base here. Let's go ahead and take our spears. Let's take them over here and see if we can get into one of the tower positions. We're about to get inside the enemy base. Okay, we got cavalry moving in over here, but that means we can probably pull this cavalry out and try and go get rid of some of their towers and skirmishers from the back. Let's start moving in. Okay, my infantry needs to engage here, but I have to stay in shield wall, so I just have to kind of walk them forward. We need to get in the range of this tower. Let's try and kill the enemy general real quick with my skirmishers. Help attack that cavalry. Okay, my own cavalry's coming, so scout equites, try and cap that tower. You all take care of the skirmishers. Let's try and get up and around some of these units as well. The enemy general took some fire, but not as much as I wanted. Oof, man, our guys are getting so wrecked on. We've got to get our cavalry in here for some rear charges and do so quickly. Okay, scout equites, you focus on getting rid of the tower. Let these other guys do the other work here. Okay, let's get some rear charges. You all just start throwing javelins, to be honest. That will do about as much damage as it can. Over here. Attack into the back of that blob with all the javelins I have left.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, that's okay. Just as long as our guys can hold out, we're gonna win this, it looks like. Okay, our scout equites took down a tower. Let's just go charge this axe unit in the back, charge it here. Javelins, just unload everything you got over here. Not doing a lot of damage to that tower, so help take out the archers. We have pretty much gotten rid of a lot of the enemy troops. Go ahead and attack these guys in the back. And go ahead and attack these guys. Let's use the Matiarii to capture the tower. Go ahead and charge the general, and then hit him with our Matiarii Defensores from the other side. Let's attack the pikes. We're getting attacked by cavalry in the back here. Let's get into the enemy general. We've tied down their skirmishers over here, so it's going to be an ugly battle, but it's going to be a victory. So we'll get the Marcomanns out of our land. They were fortified. They're now dead. So these Matiarii carried the day, though. 175, 226, 250, 173. So clutch kills off those guys. I wasn't able to do very much with my infantry, so ended up being absolutely critical to our effort. Those axes came back, and they're going to have to fight my Matiarii, so it's not really a great fight for me, to be honest. Their general's dead, so whatever troops they have left should be about to rout. I'm trying to cap this tower, but it is just firing like crazy into my men. We can get rid of these axes. Amount of javelin men. Okay. Yeah, just get away from the tower over here if we can. Let's move up here with our spears. Spears are easily retrained. There we go. Let's end the battle before I take any more tower damage. So, ugly, but successful. And really the key to victory there was these Matiarii. And these guys caused an enormous amount of damage to these low armor, poorly shielded enemies. Just absolutely crapped on them. I got like 1,000 kills almost just from the Matiarii. Let me see how much experience I gained. Some on a few units. Nothing big. Let's just replenish and force these guys out.
Ready for battle.
So that's going to end up being a pretty nice victory for us. There are settlements all the way back there, though. So I'm going to have to kind of regroup my men here and retrain. But I would say that was successful, like as an overall picture. So pretty happy with the way that turned out, though not entirely thrilled. We need to keep training troops into this army. Don't have a ton of money left, but we can go ahead and train a couple more men. And we're going to need to end the turn. We have a general who has gained some new capabilities. Let's get the melee defense and the extra replenishment. And then we have a governor who has gained some skill as well. The extra public order in the governed province. And let's do that. Commanded army recruitment cost -10 for mercenary units, I guess. I don't know. We're not going to hire any with them, but... Okay, so this army is taking on soldiers, and we'll be able to move south. Yep, I think we're in acceptable shape here. Let's go ahead and end this turn. Look at that. Both picked armies actually land, even though I'm not at war with them. We're going to have to kill them, because they're going to betray me. So we're going to have to find a way to pile in on those guys. These guys want me to join their war against Britain, and I'm very much inclined to do so, because not because there's British stacks here that I want to fight, but because I want these guys to continue to like me, and my relationship with them kind of keeps flopping back and forth with some deterioration. Past treaties with Britain, treaties with the Maurians, Gaetulians, all these other factions. Gifts given to the Visigoths, that's hilarious. I'll join your war against Britain. Really want the Swabians to like me for now, because, like I said, they're being somewhat helpful. May have to kill them at some point. Probably will, actually, but At least maybe when I'm just more focused on them and less so with 100 other factions. White Huns, huh? Hopefully they're ravaging the Sassanids pretty good. The Eastern Romans are so screwed. These guys are so out of the fight. Beyond hope. I like that some factions have been destroyed. Well, look who's back if it isn't the Quadians. They begged me for peace once, and now they're back on my borders. Let's see how long that lasts. Apparently they need another lesson in pain and suffering. One that I would be happy to give them. Okay, so they're starting a siege on one of my cities. I'll have troops down there to reinforce. Rebellion is imminent up here. I do not care. We have a matter of state. The feast. My lord, we should hold a fabulous feast. Invite our neighbors, sure. Invite our neighbors. See what that does. Swabians are all over here. So look, the Jutes have taken Bertigala. I'm sure the Swabians are going to move in, and that's actually fine with me at this point.
Ready for orders.
They want me to be at war with Britain, so I'm thinking about coming over here and ransacking this settlement.
Laying siege to the settlement.
So, they want me at war with Britain. This ought to make them happy. Let's just take a balanced auto-resolve here. And we're going to sack it. Ooh, we could subjugate them. Would that, I mean, I don't know if that would do me any good. Let's sack it, and then we'll raise it. That way, if the Swabians do want to use it, they're going to have to invest some money in it. There we go. So that ought to make these guys happy that I just completely crapped all over Britain like that. Since they wanted me to join their war with them, I would assume that makes them happy. Commanded force. Corruption. That's governed province, though. Narbo is just so pissed off all the time. Good grief. About half wondering if I'm going to have to build this bigger one that gives me less wealth just to get the extra public order. Because I have got, like, all kinds of boost to public order, and Narbo is still just absolutely ticked off. Frustrating that I have such a big province and we struggled to... Let's see, amphitheater. This one's plus 21. Less wealth, but may have to go that route just because I need the ton of extra public order boost here. So just go ahead and go with the amphitheater, I guess. Not really my first choice, but I don't know what in the world these Abdonians are up to, but I'm going to move back towards my province here because I can read the writing on the wall there. Let's build our forum here. This province is probably going to want to rebel soon. I'm going to train a couple more of these Matiarii. It's quite expensive, but man, these guys get the job done. They can certainly dish out a lot of damage to enemy troops, as you all saw, so certainly a potentially useful unit. One turn until we finish the religious building. We now have marble as a resource, which means we should be able to upgrade any of these governors' houses. And I'm trying to sit here and think where we've got the worst public order, and this is certainly one of them. Why is it going to cost so much here to get the governor's estate? Good grief. That one's actually in the positive now, so I don't need to spend it out there anyway. It's cheaper here to build this, I guess, because of other boosts that we're getting. We only have 8 food in this province, though. How are we set for sanitation? So, positive 3, like positive 7, or positive 8. So yeah, we're positive 3 there, positive 8. It's only a plus 2 to go through this stuff, so upgrading the wheat fields will be necessary here because apparently we're eating through quite all of our food. We get a pretty good chunk of extra food due to that. We do need it. Let's check our provinces and just see, are we food shortage? We're only food shortage here. And that province that we're not trying to hold on to. So yeah, that's our only food shortage. That's not that big of a deal. That means we're not getting any lost income due to food shortages in any particular province.
Ready for orders.
We've got a few troops here, though this is a full stack down here.
Commander.
I'm inclined to go ahead and spend one more turn. Let's actually go back and cancel one of these fields. I'm inclined to get quite a few more Armageri here. Why is it only 3 that we can get in one turn here? That seems annoying. Whatever it is, we need them, because we're going to have to come down here and stop a full stack. If we put these ships in here, though, we can stop that. These Macedonians took off again. Absolute crotchwads. I'm going to disband a few of these spears. Just kind of hold up here. Let's go ahead and garrison here. I don't know where those Macedonians are going to go, but this way we have a few extra troops to help in case we end up having to fight the siege battle here. These guys are trying to siege me out.
How may I
They may succeed.
They will soon forget their vengeance.
Okay, so we succeeded in deceiving those agents, which gave us the ability to use our agent stance.
Can I assist
So
you?
now I'm going to use that because it'll drop our corruption pretty considerably
I am yours to
in the provinces where we need it. I'm otherwise not really super worried about what those agents are going to do to me. What did I say? We're one turn here? Yeah, one turn there from getting the priest that we badly need. Okay, let us end another turn. We have a skill for this general. There we go. We still have a few armies where we need to switch out Legio for Armageri. Wow, what's going on with the Picts there? They're like, took off from Iberia right over towards my other army. Oh well, we'll get back and see if we can help stabilize Narbo. I saw an incoming Saxon. I thought I saw another Saxon fleet out to sea that we need to go kill. There's some Geats headed this way too, so we have a couple of transport fleets that are going to need killed. Really would like to expand a little bit. There's just not a lot of great places to do it at the moment. But in a way, we're kind of expanding with the Swabians helping me. The Roxolanians want a peace treaty. Let's see what we can extort out of them. Apparently quite a bit more. So somewhere along here we break the bank. I'd kind of like it to be certain, because I don't want to lose the opportunity to have peace with one of these factions. I guess just we'll do the 1,000. There we go. Just take it. So we got an extra 1,000. Well, now they're in my land, so I'm going to have to kill them. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not letting you march right into my lands and then betray me. So yeah, we're going to kill those Roxolanians. That may hurt my... They just came and settled that little town again. That's hilarious. How would they have had enough men to colonize that? The AI must get a bonus for doing that kind of crap. Wow, we just got plus 30 with Africa. That's great. That'll actually help me out quite a bit. Happy to have that. Let's take this guy. Stick him in as a master of soldiers as well. Let's take some of these other dudes, and we got military count. This does help my recruitment cost, you know. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't do this. I don't know if these guys are already master soldiers or not, so... Can't tell where these guys are at, though. There we go. Alright. Just want to make sure that we've got people assigned there because that can help. Oh, we can finally recruit priest after we get this next level completed. So, one step closer. Let's take a look at our provinces. Yep, Narbonnesis. Narbonnesis is probably pretty ticked off still. It is. It's going to try and rebel again. Unbelievable.
Let them cower before Rome.
So I'm going to raise these guys once again. So I'm not letting Britain hold this province right next to me. Should I subjugate them? No, I mean if this is their last settlement, let's just raise this crap to the ground. There we go. And let's see, does it save right after that or something? There it goes. Okay. We've got a couple of artillery ships. We got plenty of ramming ships. There is a Saxon transport fleet and a Geat transport fleet. I'm not worried about the Swabians having to fight against these guys. It's myself that I don't want to fight against. All these other troops. Let's see. We can get some step-mounted brigands, really. We do get lowered upkeep costs for having these units in our army. These mounted brigands aren't very good, but not a whole lot different than scout equites. There we go. Britain was destroyed. So the Roxolanians in our lands. I said I was going to leave them alone, but I'm not. I can't put up with this. They got a lot of cavalry, which concerns me. I really don't have any cavalry, which concerns me, but I do have javelins and stuff to help support my cavalry. So I think we'll be safe. We're going to declare war on these guys. I'm not worried about calling my allies to help.
Are we warriors?
I'm going to force the Roxolanians out of our lands. I can't let them get past me. I may not chase them, but I can't let them get past me. Because then I would end up potentially having to double back in Italy and just put myself in a bad situation, which I do not want. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now.